side. Side ऐसा बोलते हैं क्या? What should you say? Side please ऐसे नहीं बोलते. अरे side please नहीं बोलते. What do you say? Miss नहीं भी बोलना तो भी you can just say ma'am can you or can you ask me? अगर कोई student भी होगा तो उसको भी side please मत बोल. Side please what do you mean? Side please. What for us? Okay, take out everyone your textbooks and notebooks. Take out your notebooks because what is on the screen might not be visible to many. Yeah, it's very small. So today there are fewer students. Why? Yes. On the first page in that box, we read bauxite. So you have manganese, copper, iron ore, uses and their distribution. Okay, so you have the particular mineral, its uses and distribution. Now in your notebook, for start off with writing the definition. What is the mineral? Write down. Bauxite only is carried. So minerals are defined as solid, inorganic, naturally occurring substances with a definite chemical composition and physical properties. Where were you last week? I usually don't recollect so many different branches and who comes, who doesn't, but I definitely. That's birthday party, yeah. So that day was the celebration or through the night? What did you all do? Okay. So what are the keywords here? Solid, inorganic, naturally occurring, definite chemical composition, and physical properties. Now, their definitions are concerned. I hope it's clear to you all that if it comes say for a 2-mark question, you need to write the definition exactly as it is. This cannot be in your own words. Okay, next. They are the source of raw materials and form the basis for industries. They are the source of energy, power. Fertilizers are also made from minerals. So write down over there in brief, I'll tell you the points. So leave a line and then you can do an asterisk or this. Source of raw materials. Source of raw materials. And form the basis of industries and form the basis of industries. Next point, and form the basis of industries. Next point, source of energy. source of energy or power and power. Source of energy and power. And third point, fertilizers are also made from minerals. Okay, so what are the three things? Source of raw materials. Next point is source of energy, power, and fertilizers. Unique characteristics. Unique characteristics. Not evenly distributed. Not evenly distributed. Exhaustible. And inverse relation between quantity and quality. Now what does this mean? Inverse relation means when one is more, it implies that the other is low. So what is found more in number, more in quantity, the quality is a little inferior. And where you have good quality, over there you find less quantity. Yeah, minerals you have metallic, non-metallic. Metallic are those which have ferrous. Ferrous is what? Iron, Fe. And non-metallic are those which do not. Write down metallic minerals. Put a heading metallic. Metallic minerals. Those minerals that can be melted. Those minerals that can be melted to obtain new products. To obtain new products like iron, copper, bauxite. Like iron, copper, bauxite. Like iron, copper, bauxite. Then next point, write down. Usually hard, ductile and malleable. Ductile and malleable. What do we mean by ductility and malleability? Malleability into wires. I wrote ductile and malleable, associated with igneous rocks. Next point, write down. Associated with igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are which ones? Yes, originating from the volcano, hardened lava. Associated with igneous rocks. Then after that, over there you put an arrow, ferrous and non-ferrous. Wherever you have ended, after that put this ferrous and non-ferrous. Where you've written ferrous, below that you write have iron content. Have iron content, ferrous. Example, iron ore. Iron ore and non-ferrous do not have iron content. Example, bauxite, copper. Even gold. Non-metallic minerals, either organic in origin or inorganic, they are generally associated with sedimentary rocks. They do not have metallic luster. Over there you write down in that. They have metallic luster for this previous one. Ferrous. You wrote malleable, ductile. After that you write down. They have luster. Luster means shine. Here they are not malleable, they do not have luster, they break easily. They include fossil fuels and inorganic. Write down. First you write down either organic or inorganic in origin. This is for non-metallic. Either organic or non-organic, inorganic, associated with sedimentary rocks, associated with sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks you all know are known as the secondary rocks and igneous are the primary rocks. Why igneous is known as the primary? Yes, primary igneous is the first to form and then those form into sedimentary or metamorphic rocks. So these are associated with sedimentary rocks, do not have luster and break easily. Do not have luster, break easily, whereas that was have luster and they are hard. Non-malleable, non-ductile. Non-malleable, non-ductile. Example, fossil fuels, mica, graphite, limestone, graphite, limestone. See here you can see the picture, this is mica. Since it's associated with sedimentary rocks, you will be able to see layers in these. Missed out something. क्या है क्या? You want to do one page, just see what you are, how much space you are need to leave and copy it. क्योंकि नहीं तो हमेशा तुम लोग का रहेगा. So just leave space. I'll start with iron ore. The first one, iron ore. Write down, India is rich in iron deposits and is the largest producer of it in Asia. Largest deposits in India. And largest producer in Asia. Then write down 4 varieties. hematite, write the spelling, it would be there in your textbook. Hematite, magnetite, limonite and siderite. Hematite, magnetite, limonite and siderite. And ITE. Huh? So then you add siderite is not there. And over there, write percentage of iron on the side. Hematite 70%, magnetite 72.4, limonite 59.8, and siderite is 48.2. Hematite, which one you missed out? 72.4. Limonite 59.8 and siderite 48.2. Then you have uses and distribution. So write down first uses. Iron ore uses. In each for your syllabus you have the particular metal and you have uses and distribution. These are the two things you need to know well. So uses first, used in airplanes, faster. Used in airplanes. देखो अभी उधर तुम लोग बटबट कर रहे हो फिर what I am saying again you all may miss out. So that's why I'm telling you in case there's anything you have this 2 lines so 3 lines and you keep वो same trend continue रहेगा दिख रहा है अभी नहीं ना see where you wrote the first point that time you were busy talking there no used in airplanes and for construction purposes you can see here this image the beams that are if you can't see also the beams that are used no in the construction for buildings so that's what we mean when we are talking about construction. Yeah, automobiles is different, so that is in the next point. No. Next point: automobiles, trains, trucks, etc. Next point, second: automobiles, trains, trucks, etc. Vehicles, basically. Next, metallurgy products, magnets, metallurgy products, magnets, appliances and surgical instruments in the form of steel. Appliances and surgical are those which are used for surgeries. Surgical instruments in the form of steel. Then next fifth point, iron blue is used in blueprints. Iron blue, there is this blue iron, so they make a colored out of it. Is that there in your text? inks, paints, enamel, crayons, etc. Iron blue used in blueprints, inks, paints. Is it used in cosmetics? Do you know if that same thing is used in cosmetics? So if you don't know, then if it's there, then you can add. For iron blue, yes, you can add. Distribution. Now see what I'm giving you now, there might be some that might coincide, some it might be that okay there are some additional points here and there might be some different points here. So later when you're studying, combine everything and write. You can add points. Next write down distribution. If it's there, you could mark it in the text. Distribution. In your notebook, you write the first four: Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Goa. Okay, in your notebook, write these and textbook mark whatever all of it. Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and Goa. Or anything from your textbook, just write for it. Yeah. Because that book, which book are you using? You start writing in Urdu or English. Good. 4 to 5 at least. You can write down. And export, where it is exported, is that mentioned? No, write down. Iron ore is exported to Italy, Iran, China, Japan. Japan. Next, manganese. Manganese. Write down the intro. It is an important ferroalloy ore. Ferroalloy means which contains ferrous. Ferroalloy ore mined in India. It is hard. It is a hard black. It is a hard black and iron-like. Metal. Next point. It is an important raw material. It is an important raw material for smelting. SMELTING, smelting. What is smelting? Write in brackets. Extraction of metal from its ore. Extraction of metal from its ore. Okay, that method is known as smelting. Then proceed after you finish with the bracket. For smelting of iron ore, smelting of iron ore, and is used in the manufacture of steel. And is used in the manufacture of steel. Continue. Uses. How many are given in your case? 7. So do one thing. I'm reading out what is there, you mark there. Otherwise, what you don't have in your text, you could write. First point, make steel tough, hard and rust resistant. Manufacture of chemical and electrical equipments. Manufacture of colored glass. So then glass industries likha hai, so there you write in brackets colored glass. There only you write. So while you are studying, you will remember. Chemical industries for manufacturing bleaching powder. Okay. Yes. Dry cell batteries. Yes. Next, vital enzymes for metabolism of fats and proteins. Is it there? Yes. There? Okay. Regulate blood sugar levels. Yes. Support immune system. Bone development, reproduction. Yeah. Plant growth. Yes. Essential trace element in higher animals. So if that is not written, it's okay. Over here we have mentioned it's used to this for human beings, so that's okay. See, this is where they use it in use it for steels, to make it more hard, strong, and rust resistant. Okay, so this in your book, do one thing, write around 5. So we say any 5 uses of what you have just marked. Write any 5 of your choice. And don't write complete sentences, write in short and point form. Done?
Sorry.
Done? Distribution. Next is distribution. Orissa, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Telangana, Jharkhand, Rajasthan. Write any 4 or 5. Maybe you can write the first 4 to 5 names given in God. It's not there in the text. It's already there, no? Orissa, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh. So MP, AP, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Orissa. Then right, or the export part is not there. Write down the main buyers of manganese from India are. Main buyers of manganese from India are, which means again exported to USA, Japan, France. USA, Japan, France, Netherlands, UK, West Germany, West Germany, and Belgium. See, manganese production maximum is in Madhya Pradesh, it's 27. Then next is Maharashtra. So in order of importance, first would be Madhya Pradesh, second Maharashtra, third Orissa. So these three definitely you have to write in your distribution. Next is Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and then is all the others. Next, copper. Write down important non-ferrous metal. Important non-ferrous metal. Good conductor of electricity and ductile. Good conductor of electricity and ductile. So you have wires made out of copper. Good conductor of electricity and is ductile. Copper contains a very small percentage of metal. Hence copper mining is an expensive and tiresome process. Expensive and tiresome. Okay, you get very little metal. Uses now. See what is there. Electric wires should be there. Automobiles there. Yes. Defense industries. Defense industries है. Huh? You let if we don't sign only absent for the day. Alloyed with nickel and iron to make stainless steel is there. Duralumin is there. Alloyed with aluminium to make duralumin. Add कर दो उसको. You can add it in your textbook only or write in your notebook. Alloyed with aluminium to make duralumin. You can see there is a cycle made out of duralumin. Would make it more strong. Alloyed with aluminium to make duralumin. लिख दिया. Building, construction, plumbing, shipbuilding. Huh? Okay. Now there are around 6 here. Write 5. Write any. How many are there? 6. Write. Or write all if you want. There are anyway 6. You might just say write 6. Write it short. And add that duralumin point. Right? Why am I not writing my notebook? No, print it out, Yes. What? Yes, they found it should be hard. Right? So that's why there are these more action. All corner. So we write first. Done. Chorus, which 5 uses have you written? Read from your notebook. Used in automobile electricity. Used in automobile electricity.
building construction, using shipbuilding industry, alloyed with cleaning, form glass and it is to make products.
5 more. Next, distribution. Distribution, what are they? Madhya Pradesh, and they're given specific names. So write down Madhya Pradesh and write the first 2 names there. Pelaghat, Betul. Okay, write the same names and where they have subdivided, write the first 2 names. Chorus is at least writing neatly. See. Road. Just like the country states or states and 2, just 2 here.
मेरा 5 चैप्टर हो गया हाँ ये क्लाइमेट ये
Okay, now after those names, write down. India has low grade copper ore. India has low grade copper ore. India has low grade copper ore and does imports from USA, Canada, Japan, Mexico, Zimbabwe. USA, Canada, Japan, Mexico, Zimbabwe. Mexico, Zimbabwe. Zim, ZIM. मैं तो वही ब्रेकअप कर TAB. That's it. That's it. That we have not done.
Yes, ma'am.
First, which one? Only one, we take one. First one was iron ore. Uses and distribution of iron ore. एक ही learn करो. Half of the chapter, 1/3 of the chapter at least. Uses and distribution. INO. Names any pi. Distribution pi. In your next chapter, what is deleted? Show me your text. Conventional, I think. Okay, I'm rubbing the board. I'll ask anyone to come and write. Okay. Uses and for iron ore only. हाँ नहीं Okay, first learn only distribution. Chalo. I'll make it even more easy for you. First I'm just saying learn only distribution. First only distribution of iron ore. Punch kings.
India is the largest producer of iron ore in Asia.
Jharkhand, Orissa, Karnataka, my dreams. Full go. Go ahead. Only distribution, uses then I'll say someone else. Five. Five distribution and five uses. Uses full rights. Uses. Those who have not raised their hands, I'll send you all only now. Only two people are raising their hands. I won't send you again. तुम लोग छुप क्या रहे हो? By hiding your face, you are not going to get hidden fully. जो चुप रहा है ना सबसे ज़्यादा उसे बुलाऊंगी अभी. Go, you are hiding the ball. More than Forrest also. What's his name? Not Patapart. Neeraj is literally got into the movie. Cool, go. Okay, Forrest, go. Okay, we'll go. Okay, we'll go quick. Only 5 I asked you to learn.
रिक्शा
Right on the top line. Now next, manganese only distribution. Manganese only distribution. Hey, now I said you are not for distribution. There's nothing much. Only 5 minutes to remember. Before we make manganese distribution.
That means the comment.
Right on the top manganese and on the right hand side on the top of the side. Right.
Odisha is
Now use this 5 quickly of manganese. I need 5 uses. Five uses. Slowly बस reading उसके पहले सब Okay, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 5 uses.
Yes, ma'am.
Who will go?
Vishal.
Vishal, Ian on? Go. Cha.
वही प्रॉब्लम है
What's that? What else? One more. One more. Who like it? Dry cell battery. Good. Now, don't write word like this in your exams or your tests. Full sentences with explanation. Yes. Chalo. Chalo, bye. Next week, conventions. Yes. Bye. 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 Thank
हमारे पास
हाँ दे दे जैसा भी कुछ भी दिखा तो बोलने का ना
क्या ये फिर आप आगे
Even after my coming, what is a wonderful story. Sit down, thank you. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Thank you. In between the story, remember good evening. What is that story? Stop it.
Sorry, still I want to start another portion.
I know. Let me settle it. Why the appearance all scattered all left, right? क्या हो गया? Some unsolved puzzling and unsolved mysterious cases of boys and girls. I was out of town. So your Sunday's lecture miss. They didn't inform. Now, in fact, Sunday I was bound to land, but due to some other program Bangalore में आ गया था, so I have to attend that. Thank you. Even I missed you too. इसमें क्या है? Students will respect that. And your lecture was informed well before, na? Or you come here. No, but before Sunday they informed you. And that's okay. Chaliye, let's proceed. What was the last topic I was doing? Methods.
Methods of early national.
Okay. Did I start with the second or the third chapter of history? INC phase 2 or phase 3? Hey, wait. Like Atharva told me, everyone knew what is the posting cancel?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Confirm.
Confirm, sir.
So very much happy.
Yes, sir.
Let me see how did your schoolmates had given you a swap. कहाँ से क्या cancel हुआ बता. Let us pick up your UT volume instead of textbook. मैं तो आज सुबह 12 बजे आया. ICC ने मुझे text में दिया. That's a joke, you said. So look here, the chapters that we have completed, leave that. We are in chapter number, if I am very correct, chapter number 3 I am. In that chapter, did any cancellations there?
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
Sir.
Everyone pick up their volume to page number, what it is. अच्छा textbook बताना मुझे क्या और आसान हो गया. हाँ, it's page number 34. What is this cancel?
Sir,
Early nationalists उसका meaning and objectives है.
नहीं सर, objectives are early nationalists उसका definition.
And
बाद में सर demand of early nationalists, beliefs of early nationalists.
ये 3 leaders के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं है.
सर है सर any two points.
हाँ तो but 3 कर लिया तो any 2 it's up to you.
Yes.
So we have completed that.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, John करो. कर ले. Achievement is not coming or we are not going there. Then second phase I am doing now. I didn't start. We have, I think, partitions there. Partition of Bengal is there. Only causes and the partition.
Anti-partition नहीं आ रहा, people reaction नहीं आ रहा, solar split नहीं आ रहा,
Oh my God.
anti-partition नहीं आ रहा. So causes of rise of assertive nationalism नहीं आ रहा.
Oh my God. So एक काम करेंगे. Directly you can put the heading today's second phase of INC. मैं वो partition explain करता हूँ.
Sir,
Out here.
sir, objectively completed for the first phase.
We have done partition of Bengal, is it?
No, sir. First phase of Indian nationalism.
But the entire chapter, as you say, it is deleted, is it? Then why do you put second chapter heading in your notebook? I am also writing the same. Second chapter heading you write down in your notebook. Second phase of INC. Write down quickly. Alright, enough. And these 3 bunch are talking some busy things. What is that? I also forget. Partition of Bengal, is it?
Yes.
Write down intro for this, then I'll start explaining. Meantime, your little bit of tensions and emotions will go away. Write down partition of Bengal. Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Today class is absolutely silent. क्या हो गया था इसके लिए? ठीक है, write down. The Bengal Presidency. The Bengal Presidency. The Bengal Presidency during this time. The Bengal Presidency during these times. Bracket में डाल देना 1905. Comprised of present day Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. This is Odisha, ODI. Present day Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Present day Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Second point. It was Lord Curzon. He was Lord Curzon. Who had Curzon का spelling is good. How beautifully she is asking cousin ka spelling. अरे villain का spelling तो याद रखो at least. It was Lord Curzon who had क्या हो गया अरे कौन है? ये क्या green में पहले तो दिख रहा है. कौन सा surgical mask पहना है? It was Lord Curzon who had expressed his inconvenience. Expressed his inconvenience of this province. Inconvenience of this province with a total population of 80 million. This province with a total population of 80 million was highly what we can add some adjectives here. Problematic was highly difficult to administer, highly difficult to administer and control. Administer and control. Full stop. So, next point. On July 20th. So, on July 20th, 1905, 20th, Lord Curzon partitioned Bengal into Eastern Bengal or East Bengal, you write East, dominated by Muslim community. Dominated by Muslims community. East Bengal and West Bengal, definitely which community? Hindu community. Dominated by Muslim community and West Bengal by Hindu community. Yeah. Oh. Better in fact. पूरा apparatus के साथ बैठा है. Next, the underlying reason behind the partition, the exact reason, the underlying reason behind the partition was, can anybody tell me looking at the board? वो तो divide हो गया.
Revenue collection.
Nationalism कम करने के लिए.
Anybody else? Give me exact lines, huh? So what? Capital होगी तो. Okay. Your points are all accepted. But in one line, how do you say? Create a divide between. Right on. To create. Very smart. To create a divide between. I got the word. Create a divide between growing Hindu-Muslim unity. To create a divide between Hindu-Muslim unity. Underline the word. Create a divide between Hindu-Muslim unity. Now you turn your pages to your textbook on page number 44. I want you guys to read it silently. Then I will give you causes from my side. Causes for the partition. Let us put somebody to read. Correct. Advani will read the partition story. Then I will discuss in detail what's the story.
What causes?
No, the above story. Causes. Carry on. Yeah. Shall I explain this entire scenario?
Yes.
I'm sort of reading and going that will become boring for me also. Causes में जाएंगे. So when I use the word Bengal, even today, we respect the Bengali nationalistic sentiment. But आजकल उनका न्यूज़ काफी कम आता है. Who's that lady? Before the election of Bengal, you might have seen how rampant was the whole India. On one side Modi ji, on other side Lady ji, whoever the lady. But then today, if I say Bengal is so important, in those days was much more important what it is today. Did you remember 1757? What is 7? They are all 1757 में क्या हुआ?
Training.
What is 1757? Everyone look at me as if I am the culprit and you are the judge here. Did I not explain Battle of Plassey? अच्छा, कौन बोलेगा मुझे Battle of Plassey? They look at me, नहीं मेरे बता. Did I not say it was the richest province? Who was the ruler that time? Jahangir. Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddin Dowla. Did I not say Mir Jafar, Mir Kazim? You are wonderful, nice, intelligent batch. It was sarcastically said. ये आज इधर से उधर कोने में क्यों गया? Boy, you only. Why are you hiding behind the girl's back? क्या हो गया? इधर से क्या हो गया? किसने भगाया क्या तुझे? You pull him this side. तू भी आ जा इधर. I can't see you. So when I use the word Bengal today, it was one of the richest. That's why British Foundation battle was from there. But then now today we say this Lord Curzon. He was analyzing the situation very clearly and very carefully. The Hindus and Muslims had the greatest fostering of the unity. What is that word fostering? Posing. Now when I feel this entire class is united and they are plotting a plot against me, for example, जो आप लोग नहीं कर रहे, then I try to divide you. ये जो row है ना, मेरा favorite row है. ये जो row है ना, I don't like it at all. और ये जो row में ये जो लड़का बैठा ना, good boy. और ये जो row में वो लड़का बैठा, bad boy. Look, I'm trying to discriminate. My best students comes from this row. Quite good students. And then you will start fighting. Then I'll come in between, try to divide you, not on the basis of the performance, just on the basis of my liking only. For reasons, department ko aur hi kuch de raha hu main. So this Lord Curzon was analyzing the situation very clearly and very carefully. He wanted to divide these Hindus and Muslims. And if I tell you, this was a story might be followed by British. They will be killing a cow and putting in front of a temple. Might be a pig in front of a mosque. And then our Indians will show the unity. Opposite. Then if I tell you what is this Muslims, they'll say majority are Hindus. What you guys are doing, you must fight for the rights. For Hindus को जाके मैं बोलेगा, you are the majority और minority आप पे राज करेगा. मैं रहता तो अभी तक नहीं करने देगा. So now also in your own friend circle, है ना? In your school and classes, you two are very best friends. And तीसरा enter करने का try कर रहा है. And he or she will try to see इन दोनों में क्या differences है. बस उसी को पकड़ के बात करेगा. है ना? वो बोलेगा वो है ना तेरे बारे में बहुत अच्छा नहीं बोलते हैं. बहुत खराब. Although तेरे सामने बहुत अच्छा दिखाती है, but पीछे the next 2 days he or she will be buffering you all kinds of things, and the 4th day you come bash at each other. क्या बोला क्या बोला तूने? And before you to देखो अभी लोग देख रहे हैं एक दूसरे ठीक है, but before you to try to catch the collar of each, you together you should go. and उसको बुलाने का इधर हम लोग अभी सामने बैठे हैं. अभी जो भी बोलने का हमारे सामने बोल. ऐसा कभी हम लोग करते हैं? अगर आपके सामने वो बोलने लगा, नहीं आप दोनों तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, बहुत प्यारे हैं, वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स, नहीं हमारा पीठ पे नहीं वो तो मैं अप्रैल फूल खेल रहा था, इन द मंथ ऑफ जून अप्रैल फूल खेल रहा है. हाँ वो भूल गया. So look at Curzon was doing that same job. He did not like the unity. He did not want one more revolt of 1857. And let me tell you, Bengal is the birthplace of all nationalistic movements. Abhi दूसरा birthplace है, वो different है. But that time it was like that. So Curzon ने क्या master plan बनाया? So let us cut this part into two. अभी cut करने के लिए भी reason देना पड़ेगा. So first of all, he said the census somewhere here. 80 million people. Land revenue is difficult. Taxation become very difficult. How would I calculate? अगर तुझे इतना ही worried था, why don't you put some extra officers? You understand? Why don't you make the counting little bit delayed? But वो सब नहीं किया उसने. And then he started fostering to the people. Don't worry, that we are making a small division just for your safety. If I say East Bengal and West Bengal, Muslims will be given the protection. No Hindus can come into your area. So how? I'm dividing it. अगर कोई आएगा उसका पैर तोड़ देना. And then to the Hindus he will tell what he might refer, because of the problems created by this community, I only separated them from you. आपको एक VIP feeling, अरे वाह, है ना? Because they are the problem creators. Then what did you do? I just made you aloof, and they will not come and interfere. Initially, people को लगा कि whatever he is saying is correct, but the revolutionaries, the freedom fighters, they understood the master plan. क्या था master plan? To divide the unity. Look, even today this takes place, but in different names. If I want to create a disunity between these two girls always sitting together, I can do it like this. ध्वनि है ना, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट दिखाती है, तो तेरा इंटेलिजेंट के सामने उसमें कुछ भी नहीं. I don't know her name. Sorry, what's her name? Shruti is also intelligent, but not as good as this. तो कल दोनों लड़ाई करता रहेगा और मैं बैठ के very good. Start. Okay, चलो good. What does it mean? I'm trying to create a disunity. If I'm addressing Dhwani, she will say, "Sir, आप बीच में मत पढ़ो. मेरा और उसका personal. आप सिर्फ अपना chapter पढ़ा और निकलता पढ़ा." है ना? If she says to me like that, will I get into their matter? No. Dhwani will, अच्छा ऐसा बोलती है मेरे बारे में. ये मैंने सोचा भी नहीं. When she gives me a signal like this, then I understood. अभी मेरा रोल और बढ़ गया. And when I'm talking to Shruti also, नहीं सर धोनी ऐसा नहीं. नहीं कभी-कभी बोल भी सकती है, but okay. There also she is giving me an opportunity. So this Hindus and Muslim gave opportunity to whom? They might have voluntarily said, ठीक है, whatever plan that you are saying, it's accepted. But why don't you create this type of disunity? है ना? ऐसा हमको partition नहीं चाहिए. Let Hindus and Muslims be mixed in both the provinces. Then you partition it. Did any community ask for it? No. So that is the partition of Bengal story. But अभी इसका reality क्या हुआ? Since people were perfect in understanding, since the reform leaders told them the basic story, the partition story went in other way. What was that? There was anti-partition movement all over Bengal. Slowly it spread to all over India. People said whatever Curzon has done, he has to take back the partition. Is it okay? So instead of creating a disunity, he added more unity. You understood what is unity? मतलब इन दोनों में मैं झगड़ा लगाने जा रहा था, इन लोग दोनों मिल गया, and they fought against me only. कल है ना सर आने दो उसका उधर ही भगा देता हूँ. So what does it mean? I wanted to create a disunity, but they together got more unity than before. This is what in English many people say. The more we fight, the more we love each other. Is it so? हाँ सर आज जाते मेरा बहन या भाई को जो गुस्सा लगाता है, and फिर डैड पूछा तो क्या हो गया? नहीं fighting only creates love each other. But that's not true for every story. So here, as far as history goes, this partition was remembered just for Lord Curzon. Is it okay? Now read the entire para silently and check with me. Then causes I will explain one by one. I just took an example. I'm not going to do any such things. Oh, thank you. I'm least bothered for all those things. Quick. What is he? He don't have a textbook. Textbook se karna. Only from textbook. Volumes are a little bit. And ask me any point, any line, any word. Leaving full stops and commas. and try to grasp all these headings and try to write on your own. Don't memorize each and everything. In last lecture, who was absent in my class? Anybody? I was not in town, so that I was absent. Monday ko to like, acha, Monday mein bhag raha tha. Monday I was here, but due to my ticket related issues, I had to run. I just took a train only, not run. But I heard Jaisi news mila कि class is cancelled. There was a huge sound. Ravi made say, oh, that's the reason. Just attend the class, just 2 minutes.
हम लोग वो हम लोग क्लास में आए थे ना उससे हम लोग राखी को
Why is it so much of a confusion? There was an important call to be attended. That's the reason. Carry on. You say carry on for a long time, we can try and then go. I knew it. Put the heading causes for the partition. Causes of the partition. What is it? Point number 1. Write down quick. मैं आएगा तो मैं रुको क्या है? तो dry expression क्या? नहीं. Relax. अच्छा, you don't want to write. तो ऐसा बोलो ना. Why you got a writing practice? ठीक है, relax. वो सब मैं नहीं सुनेगा. Only with me you have to talk, not for any others. That's my cut-off policy. Thank you. Let's not write. We will only discuss. ऐसा बोलो. Keep your notebook inside. Only textbook outside. But at least बोल रहा. I want 100% dedication in reading. पक्का? अभी A left and right इधर देख के किसी ने कुछ comment मारा, then उसको मैं 110 times लिखवाएगा पूरा causes. Okay, let's read one point each. Let's start from here. I'll explain. Point number 1. No writing. At least pencil से underline तो कर सकता है. चलिए, thank you for underlining. Only underline that word nerve center. Let me explain. If I say today we are living in Nerul, we are east or west. I say west, east. So I say Nerul is the nerve center of all the classes which is happening all over Navi Mumbai. And so what is that nerve center of Navi Mumbai? Where every people come here, where every people gather here, where every people mingle with each other and we share the knowledge. And when Curzon came to know that this Bengal is a nerve center where people might instigate which feeling? Nationalistic feeling. Therefore, one thing good about Indians are that if I say don't do this, you will 110 times you will do that only. And don't look at the website which is showing that and that. Uske pehle maine dekh liya sir. And last 2 years, the electronic instruments were at your disposal. And let me tell you, 99.9% parents, when they came in the PTM, they told you, sir, हमारा बच्चा है ना, दिन रात उसमें बैठा रहता है. मैं बोला सर, लेक्चर तो उसमें नहीं सर, लेक्चर के साथ और भी जीके नॉलेज भी देखता है वो. मतलब वो क्या होता है जीके? अभी मैं कैसे बताऊं? मतलब ठीक है ना, देखने देना, जनरल नॉलेज है. Means here, on one side that I don't know what is that game, the many children told me, sir, school में ना video off करने बोलता madam, and we are very happy, sir. You are only asked us to switch on the video. And they are playing, I don't know what kind of games, that video, online games they are playing. PUBG. Bacha has done 8th standard, Bacha has done 9th standard. When I meet that Bacha, same in 10th standard, history, कौन सा subject है, मैंने सुना भी नहीं. And geography, wonderful subject, but I don't remember what it is. मैंने 2 साल क्या किया? Online. Exam online. बोला कुछ पेपर पापा देता था, कुछ पेपर मम्मी, मैं बैठा रहता था पीछे. Sir, offline exam है ना, very bad, sir. I can't get outside help. बोला what is outside help? Sir, you understand ना? Papa is an engineer, mathematics so he solves it like anything. So we always believe only one thing. When I use the word nerve center, I feel the students are the nerve center of something news which is to be spread. अगर मैं आज एक स्टूडेंट को बोल के चले जाऊं, 2 दिन के अंदर वो पूरा नवी मुंबई में स्प्रेड कर देगा. 2 दिन भी नहीं, है ना? Look at the intensity of the students' activeness. But if I say something related to studies, ये हमको करना पूरा. ये वो टीचर है ना, कल है ना उधर खड़ा था और वो और एक लड़की के साथ, हाँ? क्या क्या बोला? और वो लड़की भी उससे बड़ी दिख रही थी, अरे ये तो कुछ बड़ी। एंड वो टीचर है ना आजकल हमेशा जल्दी आता है और आधा घंटा पहले उधर जाके खड़ा होता है, क्या करते क्या? एंड लुक एट द होल स्कूल विल गेट द नॉलेज। एंड जैसे बेचारा वो टीचर पढ़ाने आती है, मैडम मैं बोला व्हाट इज इट? सर नर्व सेंटर, नर्व सेंटर। When I say a plus b the whole square, वो बात में ये पहले important. So if I use the word nerve center, I said mouth publicity. Indians are very good at it. I am living in the 21st floor, but the person who is living in the first floor knows each and every details which is happening in my house. सर कल रात को आपके किचन से बहुत बड़ा बड़ा आवाज आ रहा था, क्या चल रहा था? मतलब मेरा किचन तो 21st फ्लोर है, तू सारा दूसरा फ्लोर में रहता है। नहीं, हमारा नेटवर्क बहुत फास्ट है। वो 20th फ्लोर में जो अंकल रहता है ना, वो हमारा व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में है ना, जो भी अंदर होता है इधर पूरा। बाय द टाइम आई एम कमिंग डाउन टू टेक माय व्हीकल, क्या सर कल रात को फिर ठीक से सोए? मैंने क्या नहीं, रात भर तो अब चिल्ला रहा था फिर। मैं बोला रात भर मैं झगड़ा चालू था। लुक एट द गर्ल्स नाउ, आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग दोस। I know. Here some girls as well as some boys are very brilliant ahead people. दिन में रखते। So Curzon wanted to spread the message that if I partition, at least this unity will not disturb the peace and tranquility of the British. Sir, ये peace समझ में आया? What is this word tranquility? नहीं समझा तो छोड़ दे। Means the British has to. ये दोनों acknowledgement done. So is the first point clear?
Yes.
Let us ask the second point.
फर्स्ट पॉइंट पढ़ा है।
हाँ पूरा कर लेना। हाँ enough personal story बात। Carry on.
So the British hope to stop the rising tide of nationalism.
Underline that word. Enough, my God. What is she laughing for? Rising tide. वो मुझे लगा तुम अभी रुको तू देख। Rising tide. Underline everyone. Rising tide. What is the other word you can give for rising tide? Rising tide. बोलो. Increase. वो तो मैं भी बोलेगा. New word. Rising tide of nationalism. उल्टा बोलना. Growth. Please write that word growth. Everyone. Hey, please bring the history textbook. Everyone. Don't leave it at your home. Next.
By partitioning Bengal, explaining the political purpose behind the partition, wisely the Home Secretary to the government said Bengal United is a power. Bengal.
Put that into curly bracket. Bengal United is the power. Let me explain this with your class or with our class. I'm also part of it. When we are all united, we can even rise over the tides. You understand? Rise over the tides. Now, tides are one thing which has great force, not when it hits you, when it retreats. You know what in retreat?
Yes.
सबको अपने साथ लेके जाता है. I remember teaching geography. I always say floods are most welcome. Floods are most welcome. अब बोले को फ्लड से तुझे क्या खुशी मिलता है? It brings new and new soils. तो next time जब भी फ्लड आएगा मुझे लेके जाएगा फ्लड के सामने खड़ा करने. You welcome it with the open arms, है ना? Flood is coming to see allegation and taking allegation also. And next day morning, bacha bolta, rest in peace. What does it mean? In front of the rising tide, I am showing my my courage and other things. So if I am telling other things undefined, so if I want to show you only one thing, the unity can be dismantled by creating a division. Okay? Carry on.
Bengal divided the full in several different ways. One of our main objectives is to split up and thereby to become a solid body.
Underline. Thereby, तू जरा मास्क निकल. मैं पूरा लेक्चर में भी मास्क नहीं पहनेगा. अभी देखते हैं लड़कियां क्यों मुस्कुरा रही हैं. किशन पीछे बैठा है और गोपी है सामने. Carry on. Kishan and Gopi. Done. Let him only read. जो चोर है उसी के हाथ में चाबी दे. चलो you read now. Read loudly for the class. गलती से वो रीड कर रहा है अच्छे से.
Administrations, but by reducing them to a minority in Bengal.
Underline that word, reducing them to minority. I mean, if you want to weaken your better friend and make him or her your foe, you understand foe? Enemy, just try to keep all the negative points in front of you. अभी वो आपको आके मिलने आ रहा है, हाँ कल तूने वो काम नहीं किया ना, अच्छा तू ऐसे भी दिखती भी अच्छी नहीं और काम भी तो कुछ करती नहीं, फिर किस बात का इतना घमंड? आप बस इतना लाइन से बोलते जाओ, नेक्स्ट टाइम वो चेहरा भी नहीं दिखेगा तेरा. I was expecting that only. But if you want to get the work done and she or he is looking okay, you look more like Aishwarya. You are the most beautiful girl I have ever met, and you are the most wonderful person I ever met. मतलब वो लड़की बोली, अच्छा आज से किसी ने नहीं बोला, very good. तो क्या काम है बोल, मैं करने के लिए ready हूँ. Means what? Here Lord Curzon is trying to discriminate both the community. How do you do it? He will say very simple, that if the Muslims doesn't raise your head, the Hindus will eat you away without salt and pepper. And if Hindus are to be addressed by Curzon, he will say, don't allow them to raise their head. If they raise their head, it is a danger to you. I mean, did you not see some few weeks, I was not 1 week here also, that one dargah or any scheme was going on. Whatever it is. Suddenly, today Rahul Gandhi has taken the center stage. Rahul Gandhi, आज जैसे ही मैं 12 बजे कभी तो आया बॉम्बे में, I was watching the news. It was ED which was taking the raid for Mr. Rahul. अभी सारा न्यूज़ चैनल में राहुल गांधी है ना, रात को राहुल गांधी अपना देखेगा, मेरा TRP रेटिंग बहुत बढ़िया, कल सुबह भी चलेगा. And half the people are on the road, on that particular Delhi, the place where he is living in. मतलब there are so many people in the crowd, they are chanting the slogan for Rahul. तो ये इंटरव्यू वाले वैसे भी चुपचाप बैठते नहीं है, माइक लेके किधर भी घुस जाते हैं. एंड उनको पूछ रहा, आपको किसने बुलाया? वो बुलाया पता नहीं, बट मैं राहुल से मिलने आया. क्या काम से आया है वो पता नहीं, बट मैं आया है. अरे क्या रेड हो रहा है, किस रीजन से तू आके चिल्ला रहा है, कुछ नहीं मालूम. वो क्या है ना, सर के लिए 500 रुपए देने बोला, हम आ गए. What does it mean? The more the crowd is full, the more the money is distributed. Look, even today this divisive politics is going on. Rahul is going alone with so many, and not so many, 2 chief minister of particular state. अभी ED ने समन राहुल एंड सोनिया को भेजा है. सोनिया तो आई थिंक कल ही वो हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट है, बोलते आई कैन कम. बट राहुल इज वॉकिंग लाइक ए हीरो. आज बेचारा को 6 घंटा इंक्वायरी हुआ, अभी कल पता नहीं कितना घंटा होगा. एंड आफ्टर द इंक्वायरी द ED ऑफिसर विल क्राई. राहुल को खुद भी पूछेगा तो मोदी के नाम से और कुछ बोलता ही नहीं, हर लाइन मोदी के ऊपर ही बोलता है. Means here, whenever these kinds of things happen, we remember our history is repeated. These politicians just want to create what? Divide and rule only. If they do not have any subject, what will they talk about? I remember last year when I was teaching online, I used to say this: India and Pakistan have one common issue to be discussed. What is that? Kashmir issue. Not only in India, even in Pakistan. सुबह उठते उठते ब्रश करते, कश्मीर का क्या न्यूज़ है? अच्छा आज क्या बोलूं? मतलब सुबह उठते हैं उनको वही काम. अच्छा चाय रख दे, हाँ कश्मीर के बारे में कुछ बात करना. मतलब मॉर्निंग सुबह से लेकर रात का बेड टाइम यही चल रहा है. एंड इंडिया में तो और भी चैनल्स खुल जाता है. बट लकी दैट दिस आर्टिकल 370 has removed that all debate. अभी और कोई इश्यू पे डिबेट चलो. And we Indians are good at debating. What is the solution? Final big O. But only debate. So here the debate was whatever this Curzon is doing. Is it to the welfare of the British government? Maybe. Is it to the welfare of the Indian people? Definitely no. That's what he's reading. Come on. Read. Foster है वो. Underline the word foster. What is the other word you can write there? Post. P-O-S-C. क्या लिखा है उधर? It was something else. You will read. It's okay. Carry on. In between jack How do you read, my boy? It is predominantly. बोल जरा. तेरे से ज़्यादा एनर्जी मेरे में भरा है. Carry on. Underline that. वो सब उन्होंने लिखा है. मैं explain नहीं कर रहा. Let's proceed. कुछ नया आएगा तो वो देख. She is my very favorite student. That is. Good, good. Carry on.
The Indian nationalists clearly saw the design behind the partition and they saw that it was deliberate attempt to divide the Bengalis on region and
You are murdering the history right in front of you. With no guns and bullets. तेरा words ही काफी है. Good boy, good boy. हो गया खत्म. Let us have some interesting person reading. Where he has left.
They saw that it was a deliberate attempt to divide the Bengalis on religious and territorial grounds and thereby disrupt and weaken nationalism.
Underline the word disrupt. What is the word disrupt? It was going on smoothly. And who is applying brakes now? Lord Curzon. By what actions? By partitioning the Bengal. Carry on.
They felt that administrative efficiency could have been better secured by separating Hindu-speaking Bihar and the Odia-speaking Odisha.
ये underline करो, ये नया है. Hindu speaking Bihar and Muslim है ना?
Odia-speaking Odisha.
Odia speaking Odisha.
From the Bengali-speaking part of the province.
ये लोग ने ऐसा बोला. अगर तुझे अगर administrative inconvenience हो रहा तो ऐसा कर. Don't do it on the basis of religion. Correct.
Moreover, the partition was made without any regard for the public opinion. Third, the
Underline public opinion without any regard. How do you explain this point? Let me give it a thought.
the opinion of the public.
Is it very important?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't think so. Why do you make me think so?
Because the whole state of the country is different. The whole country is different.
No, it's okay.
For the economic process of the state.
Economic. Okay. What do you want to say?
The partition was announced without taking any public.
But why? Why is the importance of public opinion? That is my question.
They wanted to divide. So if they
Who's this they? Take it. Good. I want.
Then, there was an anti-partition movement. So.
ठीक है. Very good to both of you. Anyone from here? Don't look down here. It's okay. I'm not going to force you. Anyone? देखो, when I use the word public opinion, I say very simple. What is that Hindi word we call it? Janta Janardhan. Correct? Hai? When people awake or when people get avoked, the biggest of the biggest kingdom have fallen down. It is you, the people, who have the courage to face the consequence. It is you, the people, who have the guts to speak the truth. It is you, the people. आप suddenly बोलेगा आप क्यों बार-बार हमको देखिए? It is you, the people, who are the strength of the nation. By the time you cross your age 18, I simply request you, cast your first vote whenever the election comes in Maharashtra. And the strength that you feel that I am also part of the one vote in the government. I remember my own house, whenever the election date is announced, my dad was the first person to get up early in the morning as if he's going to the office. And first vote, हर time वही डाल के आएगा जाके booth में. And आते पूरा society में पहला vote मेरा. मतलब पहला vote तुम्हारा वो important है. वो vote से government जीतता है. तो क्या होगा? Every person I say the word festival, I remember Eid or any other Diwali or other. But there are even today some family celebrate only two festivals, that Independence and Republic Day. Very boring. You celebrate other festivals, nothing. But look at the spirit of nationalism. I said, my national hero, Subhash Chandra Bose. My national hero, Mahatma Gandhi. नहीं मेरा हीरो तो जॉन इब्राहिम है और लड़की आजकल नहीं आई है ना? आई सेड सरोजिनी नायडू. इतना बुढ़िया को आपस में क्यों करता है? How do I link to the modern community? He or she will tell me. So there is one rap singer, sir. What a song she sings. मतलब क्या song? वो समझ में नहीं आता, but अच्छा करता है ना? The music they create, it is like putting a gong in my ear. Fantastic. Fantastic. But then I listen to a song which is 1940s, 36 का song है. एक बंगला बना नहीं आ रहा. कभी सुन के देखना. अगर वो आप गाना सुनेगा ऐसा लगेगा कि वो सिंगर रो रहा है. हाँ एक बंगला बनाने आ रहा. That is the dad of the Shan and Sagarika. Sagarika and Shan. Shan है ना जो singer, उसका dad था KL Segar. He died while singing only. His entire mouthpiece was one pan and one harmonium. बेचारा दिन रात वही करता रहता था. And जितना भी आज का जो बड़ा सिंगर है सोनू निगम रहने दो या बाकी जितना भी सिंगर, they had learned music from him. Then I was showing some music clipping to my Sanpada branch, and I was showing who was Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, and he is the singer who can create the song which you and me cannot understand. But हमारा बच्चा वो western singer को पकड़ के लाता है ना. पहले बात तो पता नहीं वो गा रही है या रो रही है. The way she is making it, but instrumental music बहुत है. So it's like a Bihari fellow is explaining how did he see the western concert. उसको लगता है कि ये वो लकड़ी लेके वो ड्रम्स है ना, इधर हमारा ड्रमर बैठा है. So we always believe these modern people are the trendy people. Tell them the story not in the Ramayana and Mahabharata style. Ninth ICC, I just took a class. 2 or 3 boys were absent when I was explaining this Ramayana and Mahabharata. You had na second or third chapter in history. तो आज भी वो लड़का सर आपने रामायण नहीं बोला. अरे रुकना यार, सीता को आराम करना चाहिए. कितना बार तो बार बोले. सर महाभारत मैं बोलूंगा. But look at the Ramayana and Mahabharata. I tell them in today's language. Very good, sir. Very good. क्या है? I said, who was Lord Ravana to Sita? Many people say he was villain. No, he was the dad of Sita. Very few people know that it was Ravana who kidnapped his own daughter. That was the truth. So very few understanding you and me have. वो बाद में कभी पूछना, आपका parents को बताएंगे. It is the truth. So we always believe that truth is hidden, and you have to unearth the truth. You understand what is unearthing? Here the truth of Lord Curzon is different, but he's giving all the wonderful reasons. Look, when you have that wise brain, when a boy or a girl comes near to you and trying to speak certain things which nobody has spoken to you, your antenna has to click. ये लड़की मेरे बारे में आज ऐसे क्यों है ना, और वो लड़का मेरे बारे में आज इतना तारीफ क्यों कर, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. So when Lord Curzon was announcing all this program, only the reformers could understand. Which reformers? The social reformers. Why? They are educated. They are par excellence. Whereas common people, they went like, what is that? Sheeps, na? They went like sheeps in the flocks. Don't be a sheep, I always say. Be a lion in your method. What is the word lion? Lion को कभी देखा झुंड में? Oh, it's like the director saying to a newly coming actress, Madam, आपका एकदम parallel role है. Madam, very good, very good. जैसे मैं action बोलेगा, इधर से हम कैमरा करेगा, आप इधर से parallel भाग जाओ. ये कौन सा रोल है? ये पैरेलल रोल है. आप निकल जाओ स्क्रीन से बाहर. So the screen was divided between whom and whom? Hindus and Muslims. And who was the architect behind the division? Lord Curzon. अभी समझ में आया? Let's read. Carry on. हाँ, causes का ही ना? Causes done.
Yes.
इसमें इतना स्माइल लेने का जरूरत नहीं है. Hey, any of the points of the causes you want me to explain?
No, sir.
Just turn to the next page. Which paragraph you want me to explain? Which one? Wait. Before assertive, let me pick up some videos and keep arguing. Hey, turn to the last page of the textbook and find how many questions are there in the partition. And the partition, you write archive videos. वो सब छोड़ दो. तूने कर दिया. वो नहीं आए. अच्छा ठीक है. इधर टाइपिंग किया. Guys, turn. ये क्या हो रहा है? रहने दो. You want to see the video? I will turn it up. Don't worry. Don't push her down. I want everyone to find out.
Satyendra Banerjee, the brother of
Other than in between the video search, I am checking all persons' behavior one by one. Some are busy in their cherry talk, lady talk. I can understand the feelings. Anti-partition feelings. You have the exact. Guys, I have to be very strict with you guys. Since you told you are very tired and all that stuff, I am giving you so much leverage. Don't misuse it. I have asked you to search the question answers. Nobody has searched it. Read the question. Read the question.
By October 16, 19.5 regarded as an important day in history of
Take that question as your assignment. Yeah. Wait.
The second also.
Read the second question then.
The first part is not them who compose the point I marked them and then state the reaction.
Hey, there are two questions. Let me hear it from her. Come on, you read the second question. जल्दी जल्दी रीड करो. Please. State what is the question asking? Take that question. That is not related to partition. Let us go to third question number. I want a brief answer. Short answer. Go to the brief answer.
What are Lord personal argument in favor of partition?
Please put a star mark. Very important. Question number, page number.
So 56.
One. Second question.
How did the people react to partition?
Again put a star mark. इसका सारा आंसर मुझे नेक्स्ट टाइम नोटबुक में दिखना है. Correct?
Yes.
Third question.
What was the impact of anti-partition?
Put that also. Impact में क्या लिखेगा? Causes or consequences? Causes लिखेगा. पक्का? No more causes. Next. क्यों करेगा? अभी करेगा.
Sir, it's not there.
But if it is not there, then cancel it. Anti-partition movement का. Then what is the next question?
Next period, sir, with reference to the solar speed of 9007, answer the following.
एक काम करेंगे. We have good. How many minutes to go for the class? 5 minutes. 4 minutes. You can pack your bags and sit relax. Thank you. Other person makes a mistake. I should correct it.
Sir, you should talk to them.
Why should I? I didn't get it. Please, at least for time being, don't talk to me. You understand the hidden. There's a lot of rules and has that happen in your action. You don't know. And I don't want to be a part of that. Hey, listen guys, your school exams have already started. Some schools, you are most welcome to bring your school question paper of history. And whichever school has completed, and if you want to discuss that question paper, you are most welcome. Similarly, UT paper, but UT paper comes up with the provision of that model answer. But then also I had seen some batches have asked me, sir, this question can be written in such a way. Now what I'm trying to do, besides what ICSE has deleted the portion, we will devote time in making you to learn the question answers. Because I see out of the lot, you, the other person. What's your name? I had seen some brilliant people are mastering the question answers very easily. But I don't feel anyone brilliant or anyone less brilliant. Everyone are same to me. But I will try to give you a little bit of technique what I used to do, so that your entire geography as well as history becomes easy for learning. Because regardless of the topo sheet and the maps of India, you have to select 5 modules. The concerned teacher will tell you. And regardless of the history, now I'm going to finish off this modern history very soon. And I'll be stepping into contemporary, where we'll be starting with World War I. Mobile phone kiske haath mein? World War I and World War II, there also I feel this ICSE board might have done some deletion or omission. But then World War I and World War II are detailed important chapters. And all thanks to Mr. Putin and that Alansky or Zalansky, at least you have got a bite what might have been World War. But this is just a piece of war which nobody has really seen. But then let me tell you, the high weightage chapters are these chapters. But let me tell you, there are certain chapters which is going to come. And chapters जाके UNO में खत्म होगा. Second World War end हो रहा है and UNO is starting. Till that time, you have to be little bit more accurate in answering. And I don't know, many might not be writing the answers of any subjects before the exam, but I pretty strongly advise you or order you, मैं कुछ नहीं बोला, order you to write the question answers at least once. और बोलेगा नहीं सर वो क्या चाइल्डिश है वो मैं नहीं करेगा ऐसा नहीं. Let me tell you, till my master's level, we have to answer only 4 questions in masters, each question is carrying 25 marks. In degree, you will be answering 5 questions, each carrying 20 marks. 5 into 20, 100 and 4 into 25. I remember my professors used to say minimum 16 papers for a 20 marks answer. And we used to write minimum 25 papers for a 25 marks answer. 25 papers मतलब 50 side हो गया. तो आपको लगेगा ये सब हाई लेवल है, but let me tell you, even ICSE at 10th level, your wordings and writings is very important. No need to write the blue pen, red pen, simple karo. And make your learning easy and straightforward. Okay, thank you. I will not be eating your time. And thank you for your patience listening to me. Wonderful. Boy, move. So, darwaza open kar deega. Thank you. Oi, girls, I'm here. अभी divide and rule अभी implement नहीं हुआ है. Keep the door open. जाइए जल्दी.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.